the time was, that was on the 28th of February. The time was 3 or 4:23. We started the journey between 43 until the second day, 5 a.m. We're trekking in the bush. No food, no water. In the morning, they asked to call my wife. I called my wife. My wife said the ransom has complete. I paid much of amount of money to that. But thank God that I came out alive to tell my story. Because a lot of people have been kidnapping, but they fear us. They can't come out to say all this. And I discovered that we were trekking from Kapa with trek to Impilo in Edo State. Impilo in Edo State, I have the authority to say is the whole of the Fulani who are kidnapping or terrorizing us in Southwest. In fact, that day, my wife and my younger brother with Nigerian Foreign Service, they counted about 5 new motorcycles that was trailing dead to the bush, and the money was paid again very close to Nigeria military checking point. So definitely something is going on between our sons and these people. The money was paid. After the money was paid, I was released on the 1st of March. Then they took me to Ikaraja. Since to Southwest Governor, because their first priority is to protect life and property. A place where there's insecurity, there's no how you can create jobs, there's no how investors want to come to that state. No matter how the potential of resources you want to have, that nobody will come and invest. I have a message for Ondo State Governor, very important. I have a message for the State Governor, very important. I have a message for Osun State, Ekiti State, and Lagos State, very important. Because I've said I'm not going to release any information based on the national security. I was taken, and this Fulani Express, they showed me 5 camps that they have in our land. And they told me in Ondo, they have 26. I will continue to be saying that 26 camps of the terrorists in Ondo State, and other part of Southwest making 53 camps. If somebody can have 55 camps in a particular region, tell me. After I was released by the Fulani Express, Akure North was attacked because they told me that they are coming. When I go, be only.
Recently, guys, the youth leader of Afeniferere, Mr. Eniola Ojajuni, he came out to narrate his ordeals when he was kidnapped by Fulani herdsmen, and he called on the Yoruba leaders to act fast before it is too late, because according to him, Yoruba Land is surrounded by the terrorists and they have their camps all over. He mentioned 5, 7 and more in some states, over 50 camps. That's what he said. And he wants Yoruba leaders to do something about it quickly. The story is still trending in the news right now. And some of what he said was that he sensed, is it that he senses or he sensed the connivance of possible connivance of probably some law enforcement agencies, because he mentioned places where ransoms were asked to be dropped, where those people picked up the ransom, and it looks some of them were 3 minutes away from military checkpoints, and he feels that there could be some hand in glove or collaboration with some people in uniform. But majorly he described his ordeal, how he was treated, and the distance they had to walk, and the sophistication of their communication, and how they try to avoid tracking by the police, a lot of things. And is now making a clarion call to all Yoruba people. Welcome to If You Asked Jimmy. If you are yet to subscribe, please help me to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button, and that bell button is the notification bell. Please click it, and also like this video, because on this one, Mr. Ojajuni is, when you hear his story, very, very pathetic. He was wounded, he was shot at, and a lot of things happened that he painted graphically. You can look in the news for that. But what exactly he's saying is that Yoruba Land has been surrounded, and then ransoms are being picked up close to checkpoints. I don't know whether it's the police or the Nigerian army. And Yoruba people are peaceful people and very tolerant, very accommodating. But this era of this Fulani invasion, everybody knows that it calls for action on the part of everybody to make sure that everyone keeps their region safe. He mentioned the time of Governor Akeredolu, when that governor came all out to put together, to how will I put it, to facilitate the establishment of Amotekun. And if only that governor was still alive, he believes that some of these things would have been better checked. It won't be this bad. And he is also saying, is insinuating that it looks like the governors of the Southwest are not really rising up to the challenge, because that's the governance structure that we have. If the federal is not protecting us and you have a regional group that should be protecting the people, what are they doing? And from what he's saying, it looks like some of the appointments that are being made into that, what do we call it now, Amotekun, are political appointments. He's saying that people who can do the job should be given that position, and it should not be a political job for the boys, because we are talking of security here. And a lot of survivors of kidnappers, see what happened recently in Uromi. They said those people were hunters and they have a lot of arms on them, traveling in Dangote truck, and people did not spare them. Why? Because a lot of places have been taken over by the herdsmen, even in Edo State. Women have been raped. All those things are in the news. So the moment they saw something like, they saw people traveling with arms and with dangerous weapons, they took laws into their hands, which is totally wrong, because like it was said later, that those people were hunters, even though people are beginning to try and put two and two together, that could they be hunters? Were they traveling for Salah? Were they traveling, like they said, to one festival they used to do every year? Why are they with so much arms and all the rest? But when government is not protecting the people have to protect themselves. Now, the Ishan people in that Uromi side and everything, they are so worried. Are you getting me? And that's why they couldn't hold it together. They couldn't. That extrajudicial, they took laws into their hands, which is wrong. Nobody should be lynched. Nobody should be killed. A lot of things happen, but the fact that people cannot travel peacefully without being kidnapped for ransom, they can't go to their farms and farm peacefully without either being kidnapped or their cattle invading people's land, people's farmland. And when such things happen, people's blood will boil and they can overreact. What is the government doing to protect the people? Is it so bad? Is it such a rocket science? Where are these Fulani people getting their motivation? I hate name calling, but it's like the more people are diplomatic about it, the more complicated it gets. Because in a lot of times they have been identified. The interesting thing is that they are even in collaboration with people. If it is in the east, you will see some Igbos helping them. If it's in the west, you see some Yorubas helping them. So everyone is involved. But majorly, especially these herdsmen, there's a thin line between herdsmen and Fulani now. Fulani kidnappers. In the past, we grew up with these people. We used to see them in our streets. Nobody was concerned. There was no kidnapping. Nobody was going into any crime. Now, we don't even know who is a dangerous Fulani herdsman right now. And people have said, and that is common sense, if you stop open grazing, then people won't be moving around with the excuse that they are only shepherding their cattle and they are just heading their cattle. Simple logic. Yeah, you talk about ranches, you talk about what do you call it now? There was one they brought one time like that, Ruga. Which one has the government done? Is it by force that the cattle should be taken through? Yes, it's one Nigeria, but does one Nigeria means that some people should just have unfettered access into the territories of others and be doing things that are economically inimical to them. Apart from making them to have losses on their farms, also people are getting kidnapped and killed. They commit atrocities, they get away with it, and it looks like, from what people are saying, sometimes they don't get prosecuted even when they are caught. So where is this taking us? Yoruba people need to rise truly for a reason. Whatever the division is among the people, political division or ethnic division or rivalry of seniority, see what happened when Sunday Igboho rose up. It is this issue of kidnapping that made Igboho to come out that time, Sunday Igboho Osha. Of course, that thing escalated and they were taking it to another level entirely about the Yoruba Nation thing. And also, look at people like Otuba Gani Adams. When the OPC rose up the initial time after June 12, I witnessed a lot of this thing. I was still in Lagos at that time. I was still in Nigeria. And I know, of course, some of these organizations, especially the OPC, became something else. As they are helpful on one side, they became an instrument of oppression on the other side to some innocent people, and when people use them to settle scores. But if you want to do it, it is doable. I also joined to call on the governors of the Southwest to rise up, because will there be people remaining for you to govern? And is governors only in the cities? The people that are living in the countryside, in the hinterlands, in the villages, in the towns, they are more than the people that are living in the cities. And you have to rise up to the challenge, because you're talking about hunger now, you're talking about whatever. When people don't feel safe to go to their farms and they are not being protected, they are not equipped to defend themselves, and they just pick up people. In fact, it's so lucrative. And in fact, this one is being heard. People are hearing of it because of the person it happened to. How many people, for every single case that you hear outside there, maybe 5 or 10 others have happened that nobody is even talking about them. This one got into the press, that's why we are hearing it. To have 53 camps in Southwest alone. Already, that means they have taken over. Oja Junior has come to say his own. And I hope people are listening, and there will be a rallying round and a kind of coalescing of efforts. People will galvanize, mobilize, and make sure that they protect their land, not just the western part of Nigeria, the east, everywhere. And President Tinubu, I don't know the message that the federal government is sending to the rest of Nigeria with the common denominator, even in the north. This thing is happening in the middle belt. Look at what happened in Plateau State recently. 50-something souls. How will we continue to have this kind of thing when we have a government at the center? I remember it was politicized when the Amotekun started. To even get them local arms was a problem. The minister of the minister of justice that time was saying a lot of things, not a lot of bladderdash. They can't even equip these people with even the kind of, at least some moderate level firearms that can help them to at least do their, what do they call that thing? Patrol. I hope right now the government will arise, because I don't know what they are waiting for. The situation is so bad already. People don't feel safe again. And I hope the governors of Yoruba Land and the leaders of thought, they will rally around to make sure that they protect the land. See, there are a lot of people in diaspora. I'm speaking from diaspora right now, that will appreciate, they would have loved to come and set up farms at home. Some people want to retire. They want to come back home. And at least farming is food and people will eat, and it's predictable if you can do some short medium time or long time farming. But look at what happened to that guy at Igono. Look at what happened to that doctor the one that was killed the time that where is that place now, Igono or something like that made Sunday Igboho to come out. Igono, it's not Igono, I've forgotten. He came to do a massive agriculture, a massive land, to cultivate it. If there is safety in Nigeria, for example, especially the west and the east, there'll be a lot of food. People will come back to invest in agriculture. A lot of people want to even come back home. Government, it's over to you. It's up to you. Rise up to the occasion. Ojajuni has come to speak right now, and he has challenged all the leadership of Yoruba. And that leadership starts from the elected leaders, led the House of Assembly electees, all the House of Assembly members, the State House of Assembly, the governor, all of the appointees, the senators, all the political, appointees. Let them come out, let them brainstorm, and I know if they, come together, they will definitely be able to find at least a middle level solution. The major level solution is to stop people from open grazing. It's pure and simple. And I know that one is in the bucket of the federal government and the president. I hope this gets to the right quarters, and I hope people take action to protect our land and protect our people. Thanks for watching. And we pray and we hope that our leaders will do something to protect our land. I'll see you on the next one. Please like this video and subscribe before you end this video. Take care and see you on the next one. Bye.